If summer started in 90 days and I had to get in shape fast, these are the 3 steps that I would follow. No fluff. These are the things that I program for my clients and that I would program personally for myself to lose body fat while building or maintaining muscle. So let's not waste any time. Let's hop into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about getting in shape for summer, losing body fat, building and maintaining muscle mass. These are the 3 steps I want to go through that I use in my own program to get in shape for summer, that I use in my clients' programs, both in person and online. And these are 3 steps you can follow that are going to make a world of a difference into reaching your fitness goals. And if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jordan. I'm a personal trainer and a gym owner, and I'm also an online fitness coach. And I've helped hundreds of people lose body fat, build muscle, stay consistent, and get in shape and reach their fitness goals. And by following these 3 steps, you can too. I want to walk you through these 3 steps because they're going to make a big difference in your overall program and following these 3 steps. But if you guys are looking for more help after this video, like I said, I'm a gym owner and a personal trainer person, but I do also offer online coaching. So if you're looking for structure, accountability, I can develop a full program custom to you and help you stay accountable, help you stay consistent so that you can reach your fitness goals. I'll leave the link to my online coaching form down in the comment section below. You can click on that link, fill out that form to get more information, or even schedule a call with me to get more information about my online coaching program and how it can help. So let's hop into my first tip. We're going to talk about training first. If I had to get in shape and the goal was to lose body fat, feel confident, feel healthy, feel good, and lose body fat without sacrificing muscle, the first thing that you have to do is you have to follow a structured strength training program. Building muscle or maintaining muscle is one of the most important things you can do while trying to lose body fat. And a lot of times people come in and they do these crash diets. They're trying to lose weight as fast as they can, but they're not thinking about, when I lose all that weight and I strip all that weight off, what's underneath? If there's not any muscle mass, you're not going to like the body composition that you see when you lose all the body fat. So bare minimum, we're trying to maintain muscle. Now, through strength training, through the diet, we'll talk about in a second, you can build muscle. It can happen where you can lose body fat and build muscle. I've seen it plenty of times before. The clients that I train here, the clients that I train online, you can have body recomposition. But the main thing is I want you to follow a structured strength training program. I'm not talking about going and doing 3 sets of 10, doing the same exercises every single week, every single month, never adding weight. You have to follow some structure. You have to challenge your body, and you have to look for ways that you can progressively overload. So the biggest thing I see people are doing wrong when they come in and meet with me the first time or get on a consult with people on the phone is people aren't challenging their bodies. They're not progressing. They're doing the same weights, the same exercises, the same reps. They're never forcing their body to change. If you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again, yes, there's good health benefits to that, but you're not going to progress the way that you want. So I would strength train 3 to 5 times a week. That's where most of my clients sit. Those are the people that kind of see the best results. I would say work out and strength train 3 to 5 times a week, depending on your goals and your lifestyle and your time that you have to allocate towards your fitness. And I would focus on progressively overloading. And when I say lifting heavy, heavy is always relative to you. So whatever rep range we're lifting in, whether it's 5 reps or whether it's 15 reps, we're picking a weight that is challenging, that's appropriate for you. And if it's easy, that's where we bump it up. And the goal is to come in every single workout and it's to beat what you did the previous time. So say, for example, you did a bench press, you did 100 pounds for 10 reps last time. We're going to come in next time, maybe we try 105 pounds and maybe you only get 6, 7, 8 reps. That's okay. We're going to work it up in the rep range and then you add weight. And over time, this is the most simplest thing that you can do that's going to help you build muscle. Now, you might ask, why would I want to build muscle if I'm trying to lose weight? The more muscle mass we have, the more muscle mass our body carries, the more calories we burn at rest. So therefore, if we're burning more calories passively throughout the day without having to do endless amounts of cardio, this is going to be super beneficial to lose weight, but also to keep weight off. If we're using only the diet and a crash diet to create a caloric deficit, which we'll talk about in a second, and you're not having an efficient metabolism, you're not burning a lot of calories at rest because you don't have a lot of muscle or you lost all your muscle, long term, yes, anybody can see progress, but long term, it's going to be really hard to sustain your progress. And as a coach, what I want to teach you is how to, yes, lose body fat, reach your fitness goals, but also sustain that. How do we maintain the progress? No one wants to put in a bunch of hard work and go back to the same place that they started. You want to see the progress and you want to maintain the progress. Building muscle and maintaining muscle is one of the first steps. So strength training, progressive overload is the first thing that I would focus on 3 to 5 times a week. The other tip that I would say on training is don't overdo the cardio. Think the first place that people think that if I got to lose weight, I got to hop on the treadmill or put my running shoes on. And yes, running can be a good way to burn calories. And we'll talk about in a second, you have to create a caloric deficit. You have to burn more calories than your body is consuming in order to lose weight. But if you're only creating it through cardio and you're doing endless amounts of cardio, what that's going to do is it's going to create a crazy appetite. If you've ever done a really hard cardio workout or you're running all the time, you know that running munchies are a thing. You're going to finish that run and you're going to crave sugar or salt or very highly processed foods, which are very calorically dense and they're not going to be super filling. So one, it's going to really stimulate your appetite if you do too much cardio. And two, it's going to fatigue your body to where you're not going to be able to focus on the effort with your strength training. And that's where most of my clients, I had them really focus on the effort with the strength training. We're going to do cardio still. So we're still going to use cardio as a tool in our pocket to burn calories and create more of a caloric deficit, but we're not going to overdo cardio. It's something that we can always add more cardio as we progress, but you don't want to be doing 5 days of strength training and you're tacking on 30 to 45 minutes of cardio after hour of strength every single day. I can promise you that if you're doing that, you're not going to see the results that you think you're going to see because your body's going to burn out. You're not going to be able to stick with it. It's going to impact your strength training and you're going to have munchies out the wazoo. So cardio, use it sparingly. I would start off maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Have a good blend of intensities. Maybe have one day where it's more of an interval based and the other 1 to 2 days where it's more of a light jog or an incline treadmill walk, or maybe you're walking on the Stairmaster, keeping your heart rate at a sustainable pace. And then the other day is going to be more of a faster, higher intensity interval type, maybe on the bike or the rower or the skier where you're getting your heart rate up and bringing it back down. We run an 8-week challenge here at the gym a couple times a year. The winner of our last challenge actually lost over 16 pounds of body fat in 8 weeks. And she was actually eating more than she had before. So this is something that a lot of people mess up on the nutrition side. And that's the second step that I want to talk about is in order to lose body fat, it's a math equation. At the end of the day, we have to be burning more calories than our body's consuming. So say for pure example here, someone is burning 3,000 calories from their workout, from the energy that it takes for their body to function, from the digestion of food, and then they consume 2,500 calories. That person, if they're burning 3,000 and consuming 2,500, they're in a negative 500 calorie deficit. That math is something I just want to kind of point out. Simple, basic math. This is pure example. That's going to help someone lose around 1 pound of body fat a week. So it takes about 3,500 negative calories to burn 1 pound of body fat. Now, where people go crazy is they say, okay, well, what if I eat 2,000 calories? What if I eat 1,500 calories? Then I'm going to burn that much fat that much faster. And the problem is there's a fine line with this. We all have what's called a basal metabolic rate. And essentially what that means is the amount of calories that we burn at rest. So if we just laid in this chair all day and we didn't do anything, it takes energy for our bodies to function. And what we want to avoid, and this is where so many people are at, and this is something that I see so many people when I get on phone calls or they come into the gym for the first time for a consult, is they're eating at or below their basal metabolic rate. And the problem with that is that's what it takes for your body just to function. And if you are consistently eating at or below your basal metabolic rate, you are going to see very little progress, especially body fat loss progress. And it doesn't make a lot of sense because you're like, well, I'm eating a caloric deficit. And that's where I say that it's a very fine line. We need to eat slightly above our basal metabolic rate so our body feels like it has enough food to where we can get rid of body fat. Because you think about body fat is an energy source. If we get stuck in the wilderness for a week, our body has to have energy because we don't have consistent food. Your body can take that body fat and use it as an energy source. So our body doesn't really want to get rid of a ton of body fat, especially if you're eating at your basal metabolic rate every single day and you're extremely restricting your calories. So say that, for example, someone's basal metabolic rate is 1,500 calories, just example here, and they're eating 1,500 calories, which I've seen before. That client is going to struggle to lose weight big time. And I've seen that. And actually the winner of our last challenge, she was doing this. She was hardly eating any food. She was restricting her calories. And I actually increased her calories above her basal metabolic rate, and she was able to lose 16 pounds of fat in 8 weeks. Now, that sounds crazy, but I see it every single day. I do this with online clients. I do this with in-person clients. We have to get you in the right spot for your metabolism. Everybody is different. We don't want to eat in a caloric surplus where we're eating more calories than our body's burning, then we're going to gain weight. We need to be in this perfect spot for your own metabolism, your own goals. And that's where the diet really comes into play is we need to fuel your body. I think a lot of times when people try to diet, they try to think about, Okay, I need to restrict. I need to not eat. I need to have cucumbers for lunch. And if you're coming in and you're training hard, you need to fuel your body with high quality food. You need to have adequate amounts of protein to recover from the workouts that you're doing. You need to have adequate amounts of healthy carbohydrates. Yes, carbohydrates, potatoes, rice, pasta, even whole grain breads, fruits, vegetables, high quality food that's going to give you the energy to come into the gym, train hard, work hard, beat your previous best, place a stimulus on your muscles so that your body can change. If you restrict your body, you have cucumbers for lunch, you skip breakfast, you have a protein shake here and there, and you think that I'm going to come in and crush my workout and make all this progress and have shredded abs by summer, it's not going to happen. So you need to fuel your body. You need to eat enough food to fuel and come in and crush your workouts. And that's where I come in with my online coaching, to where I take a custom approach to each person, because everybody's going to be very different. I can say, roughly that this person can eat this amount of calories and this amount of calories, but really what matters is the percentage of macros. So the percentage of carbohydrates, the percentage of protein, the percentage of fat. I could give you calories to eat, and those calories could look very differently. You could eat Twinkies and donuts and all sorts of sugar and fill up calories, but I want you to have the correct amount of protein, the correct amount of carbohydrates, the correct amount of fat for your specific goals. So with your diet, you need to eat enough food. The biggest thing that I can caution you is to make sure that you're not eating at or below your basal metabolic rate. If you do, 90 days is going to go by and you're not going to see progress that you want. Or what's going to happen is you're going to lose weight, but you're going to lose muscle mass, because your body's going to be like, well, I'm not getting enough food. I'm going to hold on to this body fat. I'm going to go into starvation, scarce mode. I'm going to get rid of this muscle because I don't really need it. And you're going to be in the same spot or worse and be frustrated. So don't do that to yourself. You need to eat enough food. This is something I see time and time again. So don't feel like, oh man, why am I making this mistake? I see a ton of people make this mistake. It's super common, but it's very fixable. It's very easy to change to make sure that you can eat the proper amount of food for your specific goals. The third thing that is crucial in order to see the progress that you need to see is consistency. And if you're coming into the gym, you have a plan, you have a diet that you have created for you, but you're not being consistent and you're not held accountable to the plan and to the program, you're not going to see the results. Because say that you eat in a caloric deficit 500 calories Monday through Friday, and that's 2,500 native calories for Monday through Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday roll around and you eat 500 extra calories on Saturday and 1,000 extra calories on Sunday. Really, you're only negative 1,000 calories for the week. So the consistency piece is super important. Or just with your workouts. If you come in on week 1 and you do 5 workouts a week, Monday through Friday, you crush it. And then the next week is 2, and then it's 1, and then it's 0, and then it's 4. If it's sporadic and it's all over the place, you're not going to see the results you want. So consistency is so important. And that's where coaching and having a coach comes into play. Someone's going to hold you accountable and make sure that you are doing the things that you want to do. We have this goal. You said that this goal is important to you. Let's check in on the progress. Let's hold you accountable. And if you're struggling with the accountability, that's where a coach can really help you stay accountable, stay consistent with the program. And as you make progress, keep progressing your program. So I'm a huge proponent. Obviously, I'm a in-person one-on-one group fitness coach. I'm an online fitness coach that can help you with accountability if that's something that you struggle with. If you're not consistent with the program, you're not going to see the progress that you want. So consistency is the most important piece once you have the program in place. I check in with my online clients every single week to check on their progress, to see how things are going, but more importantly, also see, where do we fall short? What went bad this week? What are some things that we could focus on that went bad this week that we can improve upon next week? So, like I said, if you guys are looking for a structured plan, a custom approach, you're looking to get in shape in 90 days, you don't want to guess, you want to take out all the fluff, you want to follow a program and have accountability and structure that you can count on. Like I said, I do also offer online coaching. I would love to set up time to chat. I have my link to my online coaching forum down in the comment section below. You can click on that link, request some more information, or you can even set up time for a call where you can go through what you're currently doing. I can tell you more about my online coaching program and tell you more about how it can help. I hope this video helps outline how you're going to get in shape in 90 days. Follow a structured strength training program that focuses on progressive overload. Make sure that you're using your cardio sparingly. We're not trying to do cardio 5 times a week to lose some body fat. 2 to 3 times a week is a great place to start. You can always add more over time. And with your diet, you have to fuel your body. You have to make sure that you're getting above your basal metabolic rate if your goal is to lose body fat. Otherwise, you're going to spin your wheels. You're not going to see the progress that you want, and you're going to be super frustrated. So fuel your body. You can eat more food than you think, especially when you're following a structured program. and it's going to be a lot more sustainable. If you're following a very rigid, strict diet and it's 100%, it's all or nothing, that's not sustainable. You're going to fall off the wheels eventually. You're going to beat yourself up, and then you're going to run the risk of going back to where you were before or even worse. So that's not what we want to do. We want to follow a diet that's going to keep us structured, but also allow us to live our lives. And that's really what I'm a huge proponent of. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. If you guys have questions, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to help out any way that I can. And I'll leave some videos on the top of the screen to watch next. Go check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.